Yeah, so Hayden Ferrimen, we operate as 3 Leaf Farm Limited. This is our 6th season milking on this property. We milk around about 710 cows, depending on the season, and typically do about 500 milk solids a cow off a System 5 farm system. We feed, depending again on season, anywhere from 700 to 800 kilos of dry matter. And that's a mixture of barley, palm kernel and pasture silage that's been made on farm. We also bring in a little bit of maize silage as well as growing 5 hectares of maize on farm for extending lactation and feeding to Springer cows at calving time. The ultimate goal for Lena and I on our farm business here is to operate a profitable business, and one key area that we've really identified is the fertility of the cows. If we're sending cows out the gate because they're empty, that's a big cost to our business. So that's been a real key issue for us, that we want to stop the gradual decline in fertility that we are seeing in our herd. We want to improve that. By doing so, we'll be able to rear less young stock, which in itself is a cost. And yeah, we want to breed a cow that's going to remain in the herd for a number of lactations. That's how we see our farm system becoming more profitable than what it is at the moment. So when we converted the farm and put the herd together, there was an amalgamation of 3 or 4 herds within our family group, which were predominantly Kiwi cross animals. And we continued with that for the first season, but I felt we were lacking a bit of stature in our cows and capacity, and so we went back to straight Friesian breeding for 3 seasons, and then for the last 2 seasons, including this mating just been, we've gone back to a crossbreeding mating program. This time though, we're using the 3-way cross, and we've introduced the Viking Red as our 3rd breed to go alongside the Jersey and the Friesian. Yeah, so my wife Lena, she's from Denmark. I met her when she was here in New Zealand doing her OE. She went back to study to become a vet, so I decided it was a good time to do my OE, and went and lived and worked in Denmark for a couple of years on a dairy farm. And during that time, that was when I was exposed to the Viking genetics. The farm I was on was a Holstein herd, but there were plenty of neighbouring farms milking Jerseys and Reds, and that was when the Red breed really caught my eye. Talking to the owners of those farms, they couldn't speak highly enough about the fertility and also the inherent health of the Red breed, and what a robust and strong cow they were. So yeah, that's a few years ago now, and I remember at the time thinking, gee, that wouldn't actually be a bad cross to put over our New Zealand cows. And now that Salmon are bringing in the Viking genetics, we've had the opportunity to put it into practice, and yeah, we're pretty excited to see the resulting offspring that we've had born in the last 2 seasons, and it'll be really exciting to see them come into the herd next year. With having a 2-way cross breeding sort of background, I'd always been aware of the benefits of adding that 3rd breed into the crossbreeding program, and yeah, given that I'd spent a bit of time in Denmark and seen the Red breed at first hand, that gave me the confidence to think that that would be a suitable breed. But I also wanted to make sure I did my due diligence to make sure that it would stack up introducing an overseas breed into a New Zealand pastoral based system. And so did a lot of research online through Viking's website, but also found a lot of useful information via different breeding forums, and was fortunate enough to be able to talk directly to Anna Norgren, the Viking rep in Australia, where they have been doing a lot of three-way crossbreeding for a number of years, and get her take on what I was thinking about implementing here on farm in New Zealand. Yeah, and also just really being quite vigorous in terms of actually looking through the data on each bull and selecting bulls on the traits that we want to introduce into our herd. Yeah, so our main focus on farm here, like we're happy with the health of the herd. Of course, we always want to maintain it and if possible improve it, and we're very happy with the production levels that we're getting out of the cows, but fertility is a big one for us. We've got acceptable levels of sort of 70-odd% 6-week calf rates and 10 to 12% empty rates, but we want to improve that, and from what I have found through doing a bit of research and talking to farmers and representatives of different breeding companies, the red breed seems to tick those boxes pretty well, particularly the health and the fertility of those cows. Obviously, we're on a larger farm here, 230 hectares, so the cows can do a bit of walking at times, sort of half an hour walks to the shed, so hoof health is quite important to us, and through the registration process of hoof trimming in Denmark, they've got some really robust data sets to back up the claims that they put to their bulls, and yeah, that's going to be really exciting to see if that transpires here in a New Zealand setting as well. So with our breeding program, we typically do 5 or 6 weeks of replacement semen, and then following on from that, in the past we have used a short gestation bull, which did a good job for us in terms of giving us a nice compact calving, but led to the issue of what do we do with those calves. They were only fit for putting on the bobby truck. So this breeding season just been, we've actually introduced the Belgian Blue through that salmon have got available, and just as a wee trial, just to see how they go, and if they are a success, we will probably look to use them to tail off through the end of mating for those last 4 to 5 weeks. We've got good relationships with calf rearers around the neighbourhood here. They'll come and buy our Frisian bull calves and any other beef calves that we have, and they've already indicated to us that if we were to go down the line of using the Belgian Blues, that they would be looking to get their hands on as many as possible. So yeah, trying to keep away from the bobby calf issue and actually get some real value out of those later born calves, whilst also maintaining a nice compact calving spread for our cows, is that's something that we're pretty excited about.